3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the SaveState. My name is Landon. I've got Seth and Dirk here with me, and today we're going to be talking to you guys about YouTube Red. Seth, can you briefly tell me what is YouTube Red?
The long and short of it is, it's a way to pay YouTube for a monthly subscription for some extra features. The biggest feature being no ads on your videos across the board. Like if you watch YouTube on a device, for the most part, no ads.
Yeah. So what do we get with this? So obviously we get no ads, and we get to see this works across a bunch of devices. What are some of the devices that this works with?
Works on web browsers, works on your iOS, Android devices. It works on consoles and all 70,000 Roku devices.
Yes, all 70,000, because it's ridiculous. Basically, the only thing that this is not going to work with so far is an Amazon Fire TV. So if you have an Amazon Fire TV, sorry, YouTube Red is not going to work for you. Why is that? What's the idea behind there?
Amazon and Google are apparently throwing down right now. With Amazon pulling, most streaming devices that are not Fire devices. So, I mean, they pulled Apple TV as well, but they pulled Chromecasts and all those from the Amazon store under the pretense that it was confusing for consumers to buy a streaming device that didn't work with their system because Amazon has not provided apps for those devices.
So I assume eventually they're going to get over some of that dispute. Maybe they won't. Who knows? But anyways, with YouTube Red, how much does it cost and kind of where do you get it?
$10 a month. It comes with a subscription to Google Play Music, which is, despite what people may not realize, it is actually a fully featured streaming music service. And
it works vice versa too. So if you pay for Google Play Music, congratulations, you've got YouTube Red for free.
Right.
Ish. You don't have to pay for both services.
Right. You don't have to pay for them separately. So now the one thing about this that they haven't really addressed yet, but I'm really interested in, is a few months ago during the Google event, they announced that the new pricing model for Google Play Music was going to be $15 for up to 6 accounts, which goes along with like what Apple's doing. So if this becomes a thing where you can pay under $20 a month for up to 6 accounts, and at least the main account gets YouTube Red with streaming, this could actually be nice
little family plan.
Yeah, this could be something that, like, because I mean, let's be real, Google Play Music on its own is not going to like compete with, I mean, definitely not Spotify, probably not Apple Music. But if you throw in something like this, where YouTube itself already has such a big following of people and a user base,
it gives you that extra incentive.
Yeah,
because it's like and it'll give Google enough time to make that Play service more competitive too. Because they're going to have a lot more users, they're going to have a lot more feedback and incentive to actually do this.
There will probably be a lot of people that decide they want YouTube Red, and now they're paying for that and Spotify, and go, well, why am I paying for 2 music streaming services? I may as well drop this and go with Google Play. And I don't know, we'll see.
So what are some of the other features that come along with YouTube Red? We're getting some original content, some original shows. What are some of those shows?
The only one that really caught my attention was it was called, I think, Scare PewDiePie, he is the number one streamer on YouTube, or
makes that money.
Yeah, making way too much money. But yeah, it's like it's a
reality horror
series. Yeah, so basically putting him in scary situations and watching him freak out, which is kind of what he does.
It's inspired by video games, so you're just gonna see him scream.
It'll be entertaining, and it'll definitely get people to subscribe when that starts coming out.
Yeah, so that'll be exclusive for those users.
From what it said on the article, though, it seems like none of the materials can be out right away. It's gonna be coming out in the future. Right. So got a little way to
incentivize you. Well, and they're also offering YouTube Red is free for the first month.
Right? Okay.
So. It is interesting that they launched it without a lot of this stuff ready to go. You know, they sort of soft launched it.
The hardware features or software features behind it, those are all launching with it. So some of those benefits are you can download videos and play them offline.
Which, that's actually really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's really, really good. Especially if you work at a place that you either have low internet connection or you don't have Wi-Fi. This gives you a feature to play those videos. If you want to download a long podcast, you can watch it on your lunch break or whatever it is.
That's awesome.
Also, you can listen to stuff without, so if you're listening to music videos or you're listening to long form video podcasts on YouTube, you can also play those in the background with the screen off and just listen to the audio, or messing around on other apps. It's a small feature, but it's a feature that I wholeheartedly welcome just for the long form podcasting.
Definitely.
And I'm sure plenty of people are going to use it for music videos.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it times when I'm driving in the car and I don't want my screen on because I wanted to listen to a song. So makes sense.
So what's Dirk, from your perspective, what's the reason that YouTube is even doing this?
Adblock. 100% is the reason they're doing it. So Adblock is an extension, is that what you want to call it, for web browsers. I know it's on Chrome. Is it on everything?
Chrome.
Is it on
you
Chrome?
can get extensions for Firefox as well. I don't know if Safari has extensions or not.
I'm not sure.
And
But
fuck Internet Explorer.
But basically, it will block ads on every website. This includes YouTube. At least on my PC, I haven't watched an ad on YouTube in well over a year. It doesn't even happen. Like, you just go straight to the video.
Is there an ad block for mobile users?
I'm not sure.
I don't think.
I don't know. I watch ads on my phone all the time.
Yeah.
So Adblock. I mean, and PewDiePie wrote about this on Tumblr. Adblock. About 40% of viewers use Adblock. So 40% of revenue is being lost for broadcasters on YouTube. Right. That's a really substantial amount.
Well, and through that, YouTube's not making money right now. There's
YouTube's not profitable.
So this gives them a way to become profitable.
Well,
theoretically,
I don't know if $10 a month is that much though. I mean, I guess it depends on how much you watch YouTube.
Well, yeah, and if you look at, well, that's why they're also incentivizing with these other other services that come along with it, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, YouTube's a huge user base. So whether or not they're a huge user base that's going to spend the extra $10 when Adblock is free, at this table, who uses Adblock?
I use it, but I do the thing where certain sites I turn it off for. Yeah,
well, because there's a feature. It's I forget what it is, but there's a feature within the Adblock where it's like there's sites that are already on a pre-listed thing where it's like these sites do good things or whatever. They're sites that you care about or whatever, and it'll turn off for those. That's how I have it set too.
Absolutely.
Mine doesn't block YouTube. I watch ads constantly.
Right.
So what's the concern here from a YouTuber's perspective with YouTube Red? If you're a content creator on the large scale, what's your experience? And on the smaller scale, we're a YouTube channel, obviously. We don't run ads. We don't have, I don't think we have enough of a user base to run ads to even benefit us and have us make any kind of money. But yeah, share it with your friends, and then eventually we'll run ads and try to make some money.
That's not a good selling point.
No.
Go tell everyone so we can run ads.
Yeah. But so how does it affect small scale versus large scale?
So large scale, they're making so much money this isn't as big of a deal to them. Right. But small scale, this is, I think, pretty substantial. I'm really curious to see how YouTube Red and Google will disperse that $10 a month though. Like, did they just have a pie chart, and depending on, like, if you watch 50% PewDiePie, he gets 50% of your $10, and then little people get like a sliver depending on, I'm interested to see how that's gonna work.
Well, and they haven't released the details yet either. They just said, hey, we're gonna try to make this fair, and they did say that during the free month period too, YouTubers are getting paid during that time. Good. So that's a good show of faith. But I know some people are skeptical with Google. Google does a lot of good things, but Google also, it's a big company that makes big decisions.
They're a big sandbox, and they like to try new sandbox things, and when it doesn't work out, it's pretty public. You know?
Yeah.
So overall, do you guys think this is a good step in the right direction? Are you afraid of this? What's the story?
Man, as like the point in my life I'm at right now, I'm totally okay with it. I'm willing to do it. I'm actually already paying for Google Play Music, so I already have YouTube Red ready to go. But I feel like 17-year-old Seth would be like, well, this is dumb. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use Adblock because free information.
The majority of YouTube's user base,
and
I believe, is younger
based
kids.
on the comments.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with So I mean, but the other side of this is they did say, how is this going to change for existing YouTube? And then the answer is not at all.
Right.
So the thing is, for me, I kind of feel like if somebody isn't going to buy YouTube Red and they're going to use Adblock, like, that's just not going to change anything and for that base of users, and that might be a bigger chunk of users. So this may not have as huge of an effect as anyone thinks on anything. Like, it may not cut income for a YouTuber. It may not make YouTube profitable. It just may not do the thing. So I think that's why they roped in the Google Play Music subscription.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
To try to give you one more thing. Yeah, just like it's a little more valuable.
What about you?
I'm interested to see where it's going to go. I don't know how much they make off of a user per ad, so I'm just trying to figure out how many videos I need to watch till the $10 is more than the what I'm giving them by watching ads.
Sure.
So I'm really curious. Hopefully it will promote smaller channels and help them out because the big channels are, they're good.
Yeah.
So I think overall it's a good thing. I don't know if I'll subscribe to it.
Sure.
That being said, but I mean, I'm sure some people will. I don't think I watch YouTube enough to justify $10 a month just to skip some ads.
I think overall it's a good step in the right direction. Suiting once I see like the numbers of the breakdown on revenue towards the smaller YouTubers, making sure that it is actually fair and that they're not just going to get squashed through this whole thing. Yeah. I think the benefits that come along with it for a user is extremely awesome. Like I'm excited about all the smaller software features about downloading your videos, playing in the background, ditching the ads because well I don't use Adblock for YouTube. So I'm excited about it. I probably will go ahead. I'm gonna go and sign up, get the free subscription, check it out. I'll check out Google Play Music while I'm at it too, because I use the service RDO right now. Maybe I'll switch over to that. I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Let us know in the comments below, where do you guys stand on all of this? Are you excited about YouTube Red? Do you think YouTube Red is gonna screw over users? And I'm actually very curious, are you guys using Adblock to ditch ads on YouTube right now? Let us know that in the comments below. If you want to keep this conversation going, head over to thesavestate.com, and if you want to hit us up on Twitter, we are at @the_SaveState. Thanks guys for joining me on this conversation. Thanks viewers for watching this, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to hear more from us, please check out our audio-only podcast, Random Encounter. You can find that on the SaveState.com. Random Encounter dives very deep into gaming culture and the games we've been playing, and gets kind of into gaming a little bit deeper than usual. It's an hour-long podcast. We have a lot to talk about. Please join us there.